right, welcome back to our 5-acre farm. Today we are giving all the different vitamins and minerals, and I don't know what they are, but we're going to give the shots to our goats, and the doctor here will explain what we're giving them.
So I'm going to give them a copper bolus, which is the little pill that it has in there. It has little things of copper. Hi guys. And what that does is, give me my paper.
Here it's a tiny capsule that we have in here. That's the copper that we're giving them.
So we are copper deficient in our area. And what that means is that we give them copper for muscular and skeletal support. It aids in their immunity and helps with parasite resistance. Low copper, if they have low copper, it leads to bone fragility and abnormal formation. Why are you biting me, buddy? The indications of a low copper is, if you can look at them right now, because I've noticed that they need to be coppered. Their tail will be split. You can't see it right here. Sometimes their tail will be split and it'll fishtail. That's when a herd needs copper. So we're gonna do that. This is all new to us, so we're still trying to do things. You can also tell in the dullness of their color, when the black fades a little bit. I knew they were trying to get to the stuff. When their black fades a little bit or their color gets dull, I like to try to give them copper because I can tell that they're a little deficient in it. We also
Mr. Thomas here.
do.
Easy. Come here, buddy. Come here. It's okay.
What are you doing?
You want to show him anything? Like, is there anything about him that's
Well,
obvious?
I can tell in his tail. Let me look at his tail. In his tail, it looks a little fish-tailed to me, which it looks split, a little split. I don't know if you could see that. And I'm gonna just basically copper them because his coat looks very dull to me. I mean, he's more of a coppery color anyways, but he looks kind of dull. Like if you look on Mr. Wilson here, I could see that he needs a little bit, and his tail looks a little fish-tailed. We actually do this I do it once a year. It usually lasts about 8 months, but you can do it based on what your herd looks like. I do it like once a year unless I see something that they need it really bad. Once or twice a year, right? Is that what I do? I do usually do twice a year.
We did it when we first got them last fall. So this will be the second time within a year's time frame. Within 12 months, this will be the second time.
And then we're going to do a vaccine. This is the only vaccine we do on any of our animals, and I do it on them only because they're our pets and we love them. And I do a 2 ml and I do it subcutaneous and around right here in their shoulder, their neck area. And what that is CD&T is a vaccine. It's for Clostridium perfringens types, which is basically, it's like a tetanus shot. Because tetanus is actually, people think, oh, it's on a rusty nail, but it's also in the soil here. And the kids, when you give the CD&T, I usually give that to them once a year. When you have a kid, you give it to them at 6 to 8 weeks, because prior to that, you give it to their mother about 4 weeks before they kid, because it will go into the colostrum of the milk, and the baby will be covered for six weeks, I believe, 6 to 8 weeks. And then at that point, we'll do the kids. It just because it helps with the immunity. I have to look at my notes here. The CD&T is for the tetanus. It's overeating disease too. It's like when you feed them green. Like now we feed our goats green, but we only give them a small treat in the morning, and that is it. Cholesterol disease is fatal to ruminants, and that's what goats are. They're a ruminant. They have a stomach on their left side.
Ruminants, 4 stomachs. One of them is the rumen. So hoofed animal with 4 stomachs that is a herbivore, is ruminant. So goats, sheep, deer, moose, buffalo, they're all ruminants.
They're all ruminants. So we do that, and it's also overeating disease where they will you have a lot of different signs of overeating disease, and I'm trying to find my notes here if I can find it. You can edit this, right?
Yeah, I can edit this. The grain we feed them is, and I've mentioned this on my past videos, it's just a very small amount in the morning. It's basically just to get them trained to the grain. Hey, psst, hey, bad goat. The grain is just to get them trained to it so they'll come to us when we call. Once in a while they do get out and we just shake the grain bucket and they come running.
So another thing with having them have, it's called enterotoxemia, and they can get that from not having the CD&T too. You'll notice like a few signs of that would be like kicking belly, lethargy, laying down, getting up, panting, crying out, diarrhea. The treatments for that is probiotics, which goes on to my next thing, which is probiotics. I give them probiotics. It's like what we take, probiotics. It's good for their stomachs. It's good for their rumen. It helps the good bacteria in their stomach. Also, you should be giving them probiotics, and which I give them this. It's the probiotic paste, if you want to show that. And I give them that when they do changes. If you do changes, like into their environment, or changing in food, or changing, like we just had moved the mothers that are going to be kidding soon. We just moved them, and these babies have always been around them as like they're like their moms. These came with them, and so they have been crying at night, missing them. And so we're gonna give them a probiotics. You can give that to them a couple times. It's good during stress. It has lactic acid. It helps their normal appetite and their immunity, and it's good with the changes. We're also going to give them a selenium and vitamin E gel. We are also deficient in Idaho. The soil's deficient in selenium. We will give it, I give it to them a month before kidding also. And just after kidding, I give it to the mother, and I'll give it to the kids immediately after they birth. It's a mineral that is vital for proper muscle growth, development. If you're deficient in selenium, they could have poor reproductive performance. You can end up having a weak or dead offspring, like a stillborn, a retained placenta from the mother. It also causes poor growth in kids, depressed immune functions, premature birth, inability to stand or walk. And with it comes vitamin E gel, and that's closely associated with the selenium and its actions. So it'll help along with the probiotics. Now, a lot of people, what's wrong?
No, never mind.
A lot of people will say like, oh, why do you got to give all these things to your goats? And I just do it because they're our animals and we love them, and we breed them. We want to breed them, and we want to make sure that we take care of our herd and have a very healthy herd. So that's another reason why we do all this stuff. Some people will not do these things and just let their animals go, but I want to have a clean herd and make sure that everything's good. That being said, with all of this stuff that we do, we also rotational graze. So we don't leave them in their winter pen all year, which also helps with their rumen and helps with their immunity and everything, because they're not sitting, I'm sorry? And I'm going to tell that and that. And that also helps with the next thing that we do, and we worm our goats. We worm them, I would say twice a year or as needed. We have not had a worm problem at all in our goats. We've not had any of these problems so far in our goats, thank God, knock on a log. But we also worm them, and with that worming, we also, again, he's so funny, we rotational graze. That also helps hugely with worming. We also sometimes we do a lot of natural worming as well throughout the year. We'll do like I'll do pumpkins, or we'll do some of the pine needles on the tree. We'll throw those in during the winter time for them.
I don't know if any of that really works. Like they say pumpkins are a natural dewormer. Is it? I don't know. I've read things that it's really not. It's just that it's very fibrous. So if they have worms, you'll see it come out of them. So I don't know.
We haven't had any diarrhea issues. We checked their feces. Nothing that we could see. They're very happy. He's gonna dump that camera right over. He's so funny. So we're gonna get to doing this now, and I'm not gonna talk while I do it because it's just kind of stressful sometimes for me.
So another reason,
because I'm new at this.
like she said, they're kind of our pets. We don't raise our goats for meat. We raise them to breed them and basically to clear our land for us. So we're going to have these goats for a long time. We're going to have this herd for a long time. So as they breed and kid for us, we'll sell off the kids most likely. Well, definitely.
I love goats.
So we just stop shaking the camera. Tom Brady's always an overachiever. So that's another reason why we take all these steps.
Brady, come here.
We're not raising them for food, so we're not worried about the vaccines, us consuming it, and also we want longevity out of them. And then on another note, I just learned recently about the pine needles. So it's okay for them to eat pine needles, but in small doses. If they were to eat pine needles every day, all day, it is toxic to them. It's very toxic to cattle. Goats can handle it better than cattle, but not in large doses. So that's just an interesting side note I just found out.
Well, good thing the trees are up high, huh?
Yeah.
We got to figure out there though. It's starting to rain.
It's starting to rain on us, but
okay. Yeah. This is Idaho. Wait right. 5 minutes, it'll change.
It'll change, yeah.
All right, we're going to try that. Oh, and we have the worming. I measured everything out.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of gets a little hectic when we're doing this, so we kind of I measured every baggie.
So we use the pellets to worm.
Every baggie I've measured out with their copper, their CD&T, and their worming. And then also, I also change up the worming. I don't do the same worming every single time. Sometimes we do, what's the other one called? Safeguard. Sometimes I do something different. I just try to trick the worms if parasites, if there's any in there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start doing this now. And again, it's just easier to do each individual goat. They all get pretty much the same ration. And I do it like this. That way it's just easier for me to be able to grab one, get it done, next.
We did all of our does that are pregnant right now. So we did all the moms the other day. We should have filmed that because all 4 moms are in a different pen. I don't think I've put out a video about that yet. All 4 moms are in a different pen right now, waiting to give birth within the next month or so. And they're our sweetest goats. Those 4 are our sweetest. Those 4 are the ones that come and cuddle with us all the time. So they were easy to do. They were no problem at all. The rest of them are going to be a challenge. So.
Well, I don't think the rest. I think the Boers are going to be a challenge, and I think Willow's going to be a challenge. Our Alpine. She just, yeah, I don't know. She's a pain in the neck.
So it'll be interesting. I got the lasso ready.
Okay.
In case we need that.
All right.
All right, we got the first one up. Is Tom Brady, the goat. He'll be our first patient. We gotta wait for those to go away though.
I'll do it on this side. Okay. So you take it. I'm gonna take it right here. You pinch it. Get away.
Well, that was much easier. So we hadn't done that before. We dumped the worming pellets.
This isn't much easier.
We need the small rubber pan. We dumped the worming pellets out and let them eat that and gave them the shot at the same time. That was much easier. Do we have a small rubber pan in here? And he's all about the paste.
Here, buddy. Here. Okay. Is that good stuff?
Oh, it went from rain. I told you, literally, I've said this in my other videos, 5 minutes. Wait 5 minutes, it'll change. It was raining and cold, literally, like 4 minutes ago. And now it's hot. I need to take my jacket off.
Oh, good stuff, buddy. Huh?
Okay, so both pastes. The CDT, the DDT.
CDT.
CDT, and the worming all done. So now we just have the copper bolus left. And that's a pill just like you'd give to a dog. Did you give him a cup? Did you dump it out?
I must have thought with all the thing going on. I just sticks my hand in the mouth of these goats, which is stupid. But I do it because he won't, and I shove it down their throat and I hold them.
Just like giving a dog a pill.
Oh, don't bite me. Don't bite me. He's like, leave him alone. You got it?
Okay, he's all done?
I think. Yeah.
All right. So
Wait. Let's see if he's, yeah, he's got a good boy.
Tom Brady's done. And Mr. Top of his legs. Oh.
He's not got good. Good boy. Okay. I'm gonna give him this.
Most of the, especially all of the 3 we just did, will all come up to us all the time. Let us pet them, but today they kind of know something's up.
Once he's with you, he's like, yeah, I'm good. Did he just fart her? Hey.
Good job, Mr. Wilson. Good job.
Go away. Go away. I got nothing for you, buddy. You already had yours. No more for you. No more for you. No more for you. No more for you. Okay.
Okay. One of the 3. One of the 3 that hate us.
I don't think they hate us.
Yeah, she hates you. I get to touch her twice a year. That's it. It's the only time we get to touch her. God.
Maybe. Okay, I might have to go get another cover. This is for the big boys. Huh?
Let's be prepared. I know some of you watching the video saying he's gonna get stabbed right in the eye. I'm keeping my distance. I'm feeling her. I got my arm around her. I can feel if she starts to twitch. If she tenses up, I'll know she's gonna rear back. And I know she can move a lot faster than I can. I got a little poke in the chin.
That's why you just bud.
That's why we gotta learn to just bud.
Come here. Come here. Pretty girl. Goodbye. She's like, I'm done. Woo! There must be an easier way.
There's gotta be an easier way. There's got to be an easier
If you
way.
have any easier ways, tell us.
Because in 10 years, I'm not gonna be doing this. I'm too old, too broken. So, all right, so we got the bucks to do. I don't know if we're gonna do them today or not. I'm in no rush to do them, that's for sure. Don't wanna hold them that close. So, I don't know. This video is more information than education. We're not experts. You know, we're going off of what we talked to a lot of different people. Watch some videos. I don't go too much off of videos. I go by the people that we bought the goats from. Just reading different things. So we're not experts at this, but it went okay. As they get bigger, a lot bigger this year than they were last year.
Damn, I lost my Red Bull. Here he is again.
You know, I definitely would like to have the ones that were, again, the one just budded. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the confidence. I've never even seen it done other than on video, so I don't feel confident doing it.
Come here.
Unless I know
buddy.
what I'm doing. And we're not allowed to give sedatives can't buy veterinarian drugs anymore. The government put the kibosh on that.
Of course it did.
Well,
Why are you still trying to get
too
that?
many people taking ketamine, I guess. So you can't get any veterinarian drugs off the counter like you used to. Just earlier this year, I think, right? Or last year.
No.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Last year, right? 23.
Beginning.
When we first moved here, when we first got into homesteading, we could still buy them. And then like within a month, the law went into effect and we couldn't buy them anymore. So everyone was just buying up what they had on the shelves. So therefore, to this bud, we can't give sedatives. And sedatives would be a good thing. So I don't know what we're going to do for this budding, but I see the importance of it. I got a little horn on my chin, wasn't bad, but I definitely see the importance of it. It is what it is. So they're all good for another year, right?
We got the $4.
Yeah. We doing them today?
We don't have time. I got to pick up the girls from school. It's 1:22.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
Oh, Lord.